So let's look a bit at it from a different angle at this. Now, this was a study done about 3 bots that are famous in our little design world. So the 3 usual suspects are Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant are the 3 most famous bots, I think, in our world, right? Bixby by Samsung is like trailing by a long way, but those are the 3 most famous ones. Now, a group of scientists, I think it was in Canada, did a study in which they let people interact with only the voice of those 3 chatbots, and then they had them create these kind of profile pictures. Can anyone like think of which one of these 3, and I'll say from left to right, it's 1, 2, 3. Which one is Alexa, do you think? Okay. So 20 people interacted, asked a lot of questions to the voice bots and stuff, talked to them, and then afterwards they were asked to ascribe which one. Well, they created images based on what they said. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so now we've got them all 3. I'll just tell you. So it's really interesting because opinions will always differ on this. So number 1 here is said to be Alexa. Number 2 is the Google Assistant. And number 3 is Siri. And when I was reading this study, one thing really jumped out at me is that they're all 3 of them are wearing glasses, which really in modern day isn't that common. I know I wear glasses, so sometimes I look around and say not that many people wear glasses, right? But so they are quite similar, but you can still see that these 20 people really did have differing opinions on what they should look like. And then even more fun, she's disingenuous and cunning. Just to have a guess, is this about Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri? Wow, that was really quick. Siri. Poor Apple. Yeah, you're correct. This is Siri. And then she's genuine and caring. Is that about Alexa or the Google Assistant? Neither. Yeah. This is in fact about Alexa. Yeah, Google Assistant was also like positively ascribed, but in the paraphrasing of the study I read, it was basically said Alexa and Google Assistant were like on the positive divide, and Siri was on the negative end. A lot of people also say that Siri is slightly more fun, which is funny because she's just disingenuous and cunning. But I guess humor is also always, great humor is also tinged with a bit of darkness. So one of the lead researchers on the piece had a really nice quote, which I think is a knife that cuts on both sides, and something we should think about when we in the field that we work in. Because so how an agent is basically the virtual agent. How an agent is perceived impacts how it's accepted and how people interact with it, how much they trust it, talk to it, and the way they talk to it. And the study also warns that if people really feel very comfortable with a chatbot or a virtual assistant, which is actually, as professionals, what we strive to achieve by designing a great personality, creating great dialogues and stuff like that, they will be more inclined to share more information that might be beneficial for them. So there's an ethical element to this, right? So this is a really fun study. If you have to register to download it in full, but you can find it all over the internets, all the interviews about it. It's a bit old. It's from 2020, so probably Siri has received a big update, so maybe she's more perceived to be more friendly now. But it's really interesting about definitely seeing how people anthropomorphize, that difficult word, the virtual agents. They really project a lot of personality into it.